So, we're back, and we are playing Marvel's Spider-Man PS4, and today we will be doing a video on Marvels Avengers. Not any video, but we will be doing a top 5 list of 5 heroes that I want to see eventually develop into the game. I will say my number 1 on this list is in fact already confirmed, and if you guys are going to be getting Marvels Avengers, or at least getting in like a lot of information on the game from YouTube videos and stuff like that, then you will probably know about that one. But before we do get into that, I would like to ask you guys something that I've been kind of wondering to myself a lot in a little bit, and that is, do you guys want me to do a video on the storyline of Marvel's Spider-Man PS4? Because this is a really good game, and it's kind of sad that I didn't know how to do gaming videos back when I first played this game, so I couldn't make a video on it. But I really would love to. Obviously, it's not going to be my first reaction to the game because, well, I mean, yeah, I've done a lot. I've even completed all the DLCs, at least the stories. I've only 100%ed Turf Wars, and that's it. And I'm working towards 100%ing these 3. By the way, I am right now in the Silver Lining DLC. So yeah. Anyways, with all that said, tell me in the comment section of today's video, do you really want to see me do a video on that? Because I'm sure it's going to be quite popular. I know this game came out like 2 years ago, and like in a couple months it's gonna have come out in like almost 3 years ago, basically. So yeah, I don't know if you guys really want to see me do a Let's Play video on the storyline of this game, but I would really like to do it myself. So yeah, tell me in the comment section, and one comment is probably all it's gonna take for me to do a video on that, because it shouldn't actually be too hard for me. And also, I won't do a New Game Plus just because I kind of want it to be as close to a first reaction as possible. Because obviously, you know, I just couldn't do stuff like this back when I first tried out this game. But anyways, with all that out of the way, and that's a pretty big question. With all that out of the way, let's get into the list. This is a list of 5 heroes that I want to see eventually developed into Marvel's Avengers, like I said before. So, starting off with number 1, this is the one that I told you guys about before, and that is, well, Spider-Man. Yes, I know this isn't very exciting. They already, you know, announced Spidey being in the game. But I just thought it was worth it to mention this, because at first when I found out about the game, I was like, please include Spidey. And they did. Well, they announced that they are going to eventually, which is very good for us Spidey fans. Hopefully, you guys aren't any superhero fans, honestly. But anyways, this one's not very exciting. I just thought I would throw it in here because I was myself like super duper hyped that this was going to be in the game. I'm pretty sure most of you guys were. So yeah, I really want to see how they develop Spidey into the game. Anyways, moving on, number 2. This one's a bit more interesting. I wanted to see this, and that is Deadpool. Now, I am a fan of Deadpool myself. I think a lot of people maybe. But yeah, I am a fan of Deadpool, so this kind of fits into this category, kind of. And I mean, Deadpool's kind of standalone, like Spidey. He's not really in Marvel. He's not in, you know, Justice League. He's not in like DC or anything. He's kind of in the X-Men, but you know, he's like kind of in the X-Men, if you know what I mean.
Sorry about that.
So he's not like, it's like, He could potentially, I don't know, be in the X-Men. I don't actually know that much, but I'm pretty sure he's kind of standalone, just like Spidey over here. And they do have a lot of similarities. If you guys want me to do a video on their similarities, by the way, again, just tell me in the comment section. But anyways, this would be a cool character for combat, I think. It would kind of be like Black Widow, but a bit different. And yeah, hopefully you encounter some fourth wall jokes along the way, if you know what I mean. Hopefully, that would be really cool. Also, did any of you guys know that if you, in Spider-Man PS4, time, like, slows down? That's kind of cool. I didn't know that for a little while, and I just realized. But anyways, with all that out of the way, moving on to number 3. This is kind of general character, and I have an idea for how this character could be developed into the story, and also be like, it could have a very cool introduction into the story. And that is, of course, the one and only Captain America. And we all know that in the A-Day demo, well, Captain America dies, but, well, we all know that they really only make us think that he dies when we all know he's still alive somehow. So what I'm expecting from Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, Eidos, and Marvel is I want them to somehow get to a point in the story, advance to a point in the story where we somehow like find out that Captain America is not dead in a way, and then right after that they develop Cap into the game with his own kind of storyline. Now, I don't have any ideas of what kind of storyline could be like, but I know that they could develop it into the game very well. From how the story has gone so far, like from what we know about the story so far, I'm expecting it to be very well developed into the game if it comes into the game. So, yeah, it should be really cool. I'm expecting big stuff. They could include the Winter Soldier as well, which leads on to number 4, the Winter Soldier. So yeah, the Winter Soldier again would be pretty cool, and he could be introduced in with the Captain America storyline, which would be again really cool to see. Because, you know, Bucky Barnes, I should probably be calling him Bucky Barnes, but like, I don't honestly know what to call him at this point. But anyways, yeah, they could develop him quite well, I'm expecting. And again, leading on to my last character, last but not least. And this is a bit of a stretch, but I think it would be cool to see in the game. Anyways, alright. Trying to think about something here because... Ah, man. So, you know, this is like but some of us may be slightly expecting this. This doesn't really relate with my last Let's Go Like Dead Bad. I did, but this doesn't really relate to the last two, but this is Black Panther. Now, I'm personally a very big fan of Black Panther. I would say, if I had to list my favorite heroes, I would say in first place is probably Spidey. Yeah, first place is Spidey. Second place goes to Deadpool. Third place goes to Iron Man. And fourth place goes to Black Panther. And then I would get, fifth place would go to, probably Captain America. Whew.
Better get out of here before Jameson
yeah.
starts accusing me of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, this one, you know, a lot of us are kind of expecting him to be inside of the game eventually, but he's kind of a big part. And I would like to say something. I only mentioned Spidey in here. I don't want to mention Hawkeye, even though they're as a DLC. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not really sure too much, honestly, because, well, you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, we already got him announced. I was just super duper excited about Spidey. That's why I decided to put him in.
There's more guys coming.
So, yeah, getting kind of back to Deadpool, because I did forget to mention something. He, again, would be kind of like Black Widow, but a little bit different, because he's a bit more advanced in certain ways. He's a little bit more advanced in certain ways. First of all, he has katanas instead of just electricity powered, like, batons, if you know what I mean. Like, that's a bit more So, yeah. Katanas, you know, you could have some really cool, basically, team-ups between the katanas and the guns. First of all, well, his guns are just a bit cooler, you know, they're not very standard. Just kidding, they're pretty standard. You could see, like, upgrades for your guns. You could have unlockable mallets as gear for Deadpool. And also, I am very much expecting, I'm very much expecting him to be developed, not really into the story, but kind of into the story if they ever introduce X-Men. And also, I can definitely see some kind of finishers or specials or heroics where it's basically a, you know, a team up between the katanas and the guns and maybe even mallets, all that cool stuff. So yeah, I can really see that being added into the game. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. It's a little bit different because I have not actually done a video on Marvels Avengers before, and I would like to know before we end this off that I will be doing, right after this video uploads, I will be doing a video on top 5 villains that I want to see added into Marvel's Avengers. But anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video at the Spidey
We've got it from here, Spidey.